Hi, this is Allie with the Perception Trainers, author of The Perception Diet, and today we're going to talk about part 4 of the real reason why you can't lose weight. And yeah, if you've missed part 1, 2, and 3, you can check down below. I will put the links to those down there. And just to quickly recap, we talked about how you can't hate your body into a body that you love. We talked about how you cannot continue to focus on what you don't want and expect to get what you do want. And then in part 3, we talked about how you need to be able to tune into your own intuition to kind of take responsibility for your own body and to stop abdicating responsibility onto what's going to make you healthy and what's going to make you happy onto other people, and realize that you have all the answers inside you. Other people can certainly offer suggestions, but at the end of the day, when you connect with you, you are going to get the body that you desire, and you're going to tap into your intuition, and it's just going to be a much better situation for you overall, okay? So today, in part 4, what we're going to talk about is my 4th reason for why I believe that you can't lose weight, and that is you can't go on a diet, you can't do a program that you hate or that is uncomfortable or that you do not enjoy and expect for it to give you long-term, long-lasting health results. So this is why, another reason why I believe that the diet industry really just hands us things that could never possibly work. Because the truth is, nobody likes being on a diet. Nobody actually enjoys the process of dieting, and nobody actually enjoys being on a regimented program that isn't something that came authentically from themselves. And the reason that enjoying your lifestyle is so important is because the bottom line is we are wired for pleasure. Us human brains, we are wired to have a good time. This is why we enjoy things like sex, and why we enjoy ice cream, and why we enjoy skydiving, why we seek these things, is because our brains are literally wired to seek pleasure. And the other truth is that humans are actually completely incapable of doing something for a long time. So to sustain doing something that permanently or that continually yields results that are less pleasurable than doing something else. So for instance, there are some people that can, have a really strict diet, have a really strict workout routine, that can seem to have this life that you would look at and think like, oh, there's no way that's pleasurable. But the thing is that the results that they're getting from that, so either like the body that they're achieving, and then probably the accolades and the people telling them they look good and da-da-da-da-da, is all outweighing the uncomfortable nature of their routine, because the pleasure that they're getting from it is outweighing the negative side. And the bottom line is, if the pleasure that comes from what you're doing doesn't outweigh any discomfort, you're not going to be able to sustain doing it for very long. And so this is why my number one piece of advice, really, to anyone that's looking to talk to me like as a nutritionist and they want to diet or whatever, is, we start talking about what kind of foods they enjoy. We start talking about what kind of movement they like. We start talking about building a lifestyle that's enjoyable, that's doable for you right here, right now. And then, we build healthy habits on top of that as you progress. And this is why I don't believe in ever doing a diet program, because the bottom line is that it's not going to be authentic to you, right? So you're automatically skipping out on step 3, which is to, tune in with yourself and figure out what your body wants and needs right here, right now. And the other thing is, it's not authentic to what you enjoy. It's not authentic to the foods you like. It's not authentic to, maybe the way you enjoy eating. It's not authentic to the way that you enjoy moving. And like I said, that's going to cause dis-ease, disharmony. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable. And if the pleasure of the results that you get don't outweigh that, which almost 99.99% of the time they don't, because we've talked about this before too, being skinny is never going to make you happy. So, what I'm saying is, you might get some results, you might achieve some results for a short period of time, and then the pleasure of that's going to wear off. your life is going to continue to be the same, and then, but maybe you're just thin now, and then you're just going to be like, why am I doing this? Like, this diet isn't fun. I don't like doing this diet. I don't like doing this workout routine, blah, 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 blah. So, to avoid that, I'm not saying that you shouldn't ever do anything that's uncomfortable, because obviously when you start to change your lifestyle, no matter what it is, even if you're moving towards the most positive thing in the world, it's going to be uncomfortable. However, like I said, right, the discomfort needs to be outweighed by pleasure, okay? So this is why I suggest 100% every time, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done in the past, blah, 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 start small with lifestyle changes and start with some things that you enjoy, okay? So if you hate running and you think that like running is exercise, so I have to run to get skinny, but you hate running, I would highly, highly suggest you don't run, because if you pick an exercise routine that you don't enjoy, you're not going to stick with it, and it's not going to give you long-term results. And then if you do stick with it, do you really want to spend like 20 minutes a day or 40 minutes or however many, like, hating your day? Like, do you want to add more things to your day that you don't like? And you can kind of see the illogic in that, right? So don't pick an exercise routine that you don't like. So if you don't like running, don't run. Try Zumba, try ballet, try weightlifting. Maybe you really enjoy weightlifting. Try walking, there's a million ways to move your body, and you will find something that you enjoy. And then when you find that thing that you enjoy, add it into your lifestyle in an increment that works for you. So say you really enjoy walking, but that doesn't mean you have to walk 2 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week, right? That means that you can walk 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and then when you feel like, yeah, okay, I'm actually enjoying this, I'm enjoying the way that walking feels, I'm enjoying the way that my body's feeling, I'm going to up my distance, or I'm going to up my time, or I'm going to up my frequency. Okay? And like I'm saying, so then as you move along, as you start to get fitter, as you start to get healthier, you're going to naturally desire to do more exercise, or to add more different variety, or do different things, okay? And it's the same thing with your diet. Don't walk into your cupboards and, decide you're going on a high protein diet even though you love carbohydrates. Like, think in terms of whole foods. Think in terms of, okay, what whole foods, natural foods that I enjoy can I add to my diet right now? So maybe you don't cut anything out at the beginning. Maybe you don't cut out pizza and pop and chips and all that stuff, but you add, a serving of vegetables to each meal that you're having, or you add a serving of fruit, or you add, some whole grains, just something that's whole, real foods that, is natural from the earth, something that doesn't have an ingredient list, just to your day, or to each meal. And then as you get comfortable with that, and as you start to do that, maybe you start exploring healthy cookbooks, and you just start trying fun recipes, and, building your roster of things that you know how to create in the kitchen, that are fun, easy, simple, healthy meals that you can then start to say, okay, maybe we don't need to have the frozen meatballs this week. We can have the veggie tacos that I know how to make that are also equally delicious, but they're made out of whole foods ingredients. And so if you can see what I'm saying here, that really, at the end of the day, you got to get out of diet mentality. You got to get out of the 6-week program of thing that I hate to get to the body that I want, but knowing that that's inevitably going to fail, because there's no way you can stick to a program that you don't like. There's no way that you can stick to a program that's hard. There's no way that you can stick to a program that's not enjoyable. And that's why making smaller, incremental changes that you can enjoy and that you can deal with in the moment and can see yourself doing for the long term is going to be way more, useful for you and valuable for you, and is going to be giving you the results you desire much better than those 6-week programs. And then the bottom line about this too is that you're probably not going to lose 10 pounds in a week like you would on a normal diet, and just don't expect that, because when you create a solid foundation, something you can sustain, think about it that way, okay? If you can create something you can sustain, even though the progress might be slower, think about it in terms of you're not going to have to restart. You're not going to have to go on another diet ever again. You're not going to have to redo it. You're not going to be yo-yoing back and forth between, yeah, I lost 10 pounds in the first week and lost 20 pounds in my 30 days, and then I gained, 40 as soon as I quit my diet because I hated it, right? It just, think you gotta future pace, okay? So just think in terms of long term. Think in terms of long term. It might feel overwhelming at the beginning, but when you think, okay, what can I do right now that I'm not going to hate, that I might actually enjoy, and that I can see myself doing for the long haul? And yes, getting out of diet mentality, because the diet mentality is like I said, it's that immediate results. It's that you push through the hard thing right now, and then you get that 10-pound weight loss or whatever, and we're all kind of addicted to that. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work long term, and it doesn't work long term. If you just think back on every diet you've ever been on, it's obviously not worked. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching these videos. You'd be happy with where you were, and you wouldn't need to watch a video on losing weight, right? So if it doesn't work, try something different, okay? So choosing things, adding things to your lifestyle that you enjoy, that are pleasurable for you, that you can get used to. And the other thing that I just want to say about food is, adding healthy foods to your diet before you eliminate things is my number one across the board suggestion that I give to everybody that's starting on this, because the more you add healthy things to your diet, the more you start to adjust your palate. Because this is the thing, like when you've been eating a lot of processed foods, and you've been eating a lot of high fat, high salt, blah 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 foods, your palate's going to be a little bit different. And so of course natural foods aren't going to taste that good to you at the beginning, and that's why I just say start adding them in. Just start adding them into what you're eating, because I don't want you to sit down to like a meal of just like whole foods ingredients and hate it, and then decide that whole foods are gross. So just add stuff in and allow your palate to shift as you go. And just know that, yeah, if you don't like zucchini the first couple of times you try it, you probably will down the line. Just keep trying and just keep having fun with it. And that's my number 4 reason why you can't lose weight, which is, yeah, you can't follow a diet, you can't follow a program that you hate. It won't work. And so you need to slow down, come back to where you are, figure out what you can do right here, right now that's enjoyable, that's leading you towards your healthy lifestyle, and then realize that you're going to make incremental changes as you go along, okay? You're not going to stop at eating pizza with some vegetables on it. Eventually, you're going to lose your taste for pizza, and you're going to want to do something else, and blah, 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 blah. But don't worry about that. Just be where you are, do the thing that is enjoyable, like slightly out of your comfort zone, but still enjoyable in this moment, and then make it fun. Make it fun. Make it an exploration, make it an adventure, and then continue to go as you go. Okay, so if you have any comments, questions, concerns, you can leave them down below. Any suggestions for videos, I'll be happy to do that for you guys. And yeah, we'll talk to you later.